They'll tell you the Scotch broom, when it gets big like this, you just have to take years, thousands of dollars. Well, I attacked it with just a knife. And in one season, oh, I can see it trying, but failing to sprout back. And oh man, it's just dead. In fact, inoculated. Just that easy. You set the stage, you chop and drop, you initiate the next succession levels, and the pH begins to change. And when the pH changes, the nutrients that the plants feed on at that succession level, those weeds, it's gone. And then you can move on. This right here is like mid-succession grasses. It's moving out of the weedy pioneer species stage. We can see the pioneer species was the Scotch broom all around. I'm gonna make this into a food forest now. So here is the scary Scotch broom, and you can see where I cut it last year. I couldn't even get rid of it. I couldn't pull it out. But this year, this season, early spring, I just went and grabbed it and then broke it with my hands. And now the roots are gonna rot in place for me. This is what happens when you change the succession. It's not that I just chopped and dropped. It's because I cleared the soil, I planted other things, and I took care of it. And it knows that the next succession is coming, so it's bowing out. And that is a true permaculture principle that you can leverage on your site. So make it happen. Remember I said as big as arms. There's bigger ones than this, but I just pushed it over and it broke. It's inoculated. You can see here that it's been inoculated. The fungi, oh, the blessed fungi, they're taking it on to the next stage in succession. We signaled them, we partnered with them, and now we get to reap the benefits. We get to do things by hand that otherwise would take machines, animals, money, time, and energy. One season, rice knife, paradise. Let's do this. So what's so great about this area is we get to see all the stages all at once. They're all still here. We've got the wood I chopped from last year from the Scotch broom, and we can even go into the Scotch broom section so you can see how dead it is below. Even after the rains, even after all this warmth, you'll see there's nothing under there. And when I opened it up, when I cleared it out, it caused all this huge growth that you saw me chopping and dropping to come up. This great diversity of life. One, it went from Scotch broom And poison oak, they're reparative pioneer species. That's a sign of abuse. Poison oak, people call it the protector of the forest. It's a sign of abuse. And yes, it has places in the ecosystem of disturbance. And so does Scotch broom, and it's an invasive. It's telling us something. So when we remove these, when we take care of the landscape, when we get out here, even if it's with just a rice knife or clippers, we open it up, we communicate with nature, and nature communicates back. And so it went through this succession. We have herbs, we have forbs, we have grasses, we have dandelions, we have flowers of all sorts, we have thistles. We have a great diversity of plants. And when you look in there, it's just a problem. It's no one can get in, nothing can happen. There's no possibilities. But out here, where we open things up, where we get the cycles going, the succession going, possibilities open up. And how did I do this? I chopped it all down. I chopped things at the base. I have videos on this. You can go back in back in time and see them all. And then I just planted, just throw sowed a huge diversity. Things that I knew wouldn't do well, things that I knew would immediately bolt, things that I knew would send signals down to the soil, say, hey, soil life, hey, soil, we gotta change things up for next year. I'm gonna create these seeds, I'm gonna do my best, but next year, my children are gonna inherit a totally different situation. And that's what exactly happens. They put in the plant exudates into the soil, pulling the CO2 out of the atmosphere, putting it into the carbon soil, releasing beautiful oxygen for us to breathe. And now we can plant a food forest here. We're gonna have avocados, we're gonna have a wonderful desert king fig. This is gonna be an amazing sight. And we're gonna let the grasses come back in different areas with the great diversity, and we're gonna have our goats and our sheep and other graziers come in and help us manage it. Because it's gotta have all of it. It's gotta have all the pieces, all of the things in play. Because that's what nature wants. And that's what brings life to the ecosystem. It brings resiliency, it brings regeneration. All right, so now let's go look at that Scotch broom area and how it was last year, because it's exactly the same, because I haven't touched it. So here, let's flip around. You can see this is all just Scotch broom, right? This is where we were chopping and dropping. This is the edge. And it's like a wall that when you get in close, reveals itself to be this barren, just stripped out, blocked from the sun area. And so there's all this poison oak and bramble and Scotch broom, and nothing was growing there new. It was the same plants over and over again. So I came out here and I chopped things down. You can see old ones here. Yep, they just come right out now. So this is Scotch broom that I chopped last year. It just comes right out of the ground. So this is the change. It turned into this over the course of the year. Here's an area that I didn't chop and drop. And you can see that it's beautiful grasses. There's of course some thistles in there. But it's got miner's lettuce, lots of different variations. Yeah, lots of grasses. There's even some thistles. And this whole area has been transformed. Look how thick, green, and lush this area has become. How easy it was for me to chop it down with just a scythe, a grass blade scythe. And look how tall the 10-foot tall Scotch broom is. It's incredible. Now, it's no fluke that this happened. I knew that this would happen. And partnering and understanding the soil food web, the soil pH, EH, all of it, and be able to design a system from the ground up, micro to macro, something that, doesn't take a lot of money. Doesn't take a lot of, big equipment or buying things. But you can create an abundance wherever you are. That's what I teach. That's what I model. Thank you for watching. I'm Matt Powers. Grow abundantly, learn daily, and live regeneratively. And if you'd like to learn more about this, click the link below. Sign up for one of my free courses or sign up for one of my amazing certification courses and communities where you'll be able to talk to experts and get feedback. You'll get to be able to launch your actual designs. You'll be able to get certified as a permaculture designer, both as, just an introductory PDC, a beginner designer, as well as an advanced designer with a real project that you create and showcase to the world. It's everything that you're looking for right now. All in a course, all online, with experts from all around the world, with students from every climate from all around the world. So I know what works. Sign up below for an incredible course, the Advanced Permaculture Student Online, and you'll be able to do this wherever you are. Whatever your circumstance, you can make it happen. I'm Matt Powers. Grow abundantly, learn daily, and live regeneratively. And click that link and see what you're missing.